Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking time to join us today. My name is Jeevan Rego, and I'm Senior BDM at Intelligent Technologies. Today, we are thrilled to welcome you to our exclusive webinar focused on Microsoft Copilot, a powerful AI companion that's transforming the way business operate, collaborate, and innovate. We are standing at the edge of the major shift in how work gets done, where artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic idea but a real, tangible advantage that's already delivering measurable impact. From saving hours on repetitive tasks to driving better, faster decision making, Copilot is designed to enhance productivity across every role and department. Before we jump into the Copilot demo, I'd like to take a moment to briefly introduce who we are as a company and why we are uniquely positioned to help businesses like yours leverage Copilot in your day-to-day work. Intelligent Technologies is a global technology consulting and service company with over 2 decades of experience helping businesses embrace digital transformation. We specialize in cloud solution, custom software development, enterprise application, and IT strategy consulting. Over the years, we have worked with clients across industries to not only implement Microsoft technologies, but also ensure they are driving real business outcomes, from increased efficiency and better decision making to improved collaboration and cost optimization. Our team brings deep expertise in M365, Azure, and AI integration, and we are proud to be the forefront of delivering Copilot-based solutions that align with your specific business needs. So whether you're looking to enhance employee productivity, streamline operations, or simply stay ahead of AI-driven world, we are here to support you every step of the way. With that, let's move on to the existing part, the live demo of Microsoft Copilot in action. Before we dive in, I encourage you to keep questions ready. We'll have a Q&A session towards the end where we love to hear from you. So with that, without future delay, let's get started. Dhananjay, over to you.
I'll also like to put forward that anyone who is having questions, he can put in the chat box also anytime. And we will take those chat box questions at the end of during the Q&A session.
Thank you, Jeevan.
Yeah, Dhananjay.
Thank you, Milind, for a brief introduction about the company. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Dhananjay. I would like to welcome you to our webinar on Microsoft 365 Copilot. Whether you are hearing about Microsoft 365 Copilot for the first time or looking to deepen your understanding, this session is designed to give you a clear, practical overview of how Copilot works and how you can start using it effectively in your daily work. So today we will explore how Copilot operates within your Microsoft 365 tenant, securely accessing your organizational data like emails, meetings, chats, and files. It will help you to automate tasks, summarize content, and make faster decisions. We will also walk through the architecture and data flow, showing how Copilot connects natural language input to Microsoft Graph. Is my screen visible to everyone? Am I audible properly? Jeevan, Hari?
Yes, you are. You can proceed.
Okay. And also we will walk you through the live demonstration of Copilot in action across different apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, Microsoft Teams, Chat, etc. And we will wrap up with a Q&A session, as Jeevan mentioned, where you can ask anything that's on your mind. Also, we will also talk about security and compliance because protecting our data is critical. We will learn how Copilot keeps your information safe within Microsoft trusted ecosystem and how it differs from other public AI tools. So before that, let's take a moment to think about how our work life has changed in the last few years. The nature of work has changed drastically over the past few years. As the slide shows, according to Microsoft's Work Trend Index, 64% of the employees report not having enough time or energy to complete their work effectively. So this is not just about a workload, it's about the constant switch between tools, meetings, chats, emails, documents, etc. So this is where Microsoft 365 Copilot becomes truly relevant. It is designed to reduce this cognitive load and empower users to do more with less effort. In short, Copilot helps you cut through the noise by summarizing long threads, surfacing relevant data, automatically drafting responses, and helping you quickly catch up on what you have missed. Before live demonstration of the Microsoft 365 Copilot, firstly, let us start with the basics. So if somebody asks, what is Microsoft 365 Copilot? So nothing but Microsoft 365 Copilot is nothing but a AI-powered assistant built directly into the apps you use every day. Like I said, MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive. So it is designed to help you work smarter, faster, and more efficiently by automating repetitive tasks and providing intelligent suggestions based on your organizational data. This slide explains the magic behind Microsoft 365 Copilot. So it is not just an AI, it's a smart blend of 4 key components. As you can see, the first component is we have large language models. So in short, this is the AI brain that understands what we say or write in simple language. Then it comes Microsoft Graph, which connects Copilot to your own work data, like your emails, files, meetings, chats, and so on. So it can give answers that are relevant and personalized. The third component is Microsoft 365 applications, like we use Word, Excel, Teams, Outlook, and PowerPoint. So here where Copilot lives and works with you. And the finally is it can also use the web to bring in fresh real-time information like other AI tools. All of this is tied together using natural language. So you just don't have to type what you need and Copilot understands and gets to work. If we break down that how it works in the backend, so when you type a natural language prompt, like summarizing my last meeting with the marketing team, then Copilot begins a secure and compliant process. So first, your prompt is sent to Copilot, which acts as the interface between you and the AI engine. Then Copilot then accesses your organizational data, like emails, files, meetings, chats. So it uses Microsoft Graph, which is the secure gateway to your Microsoft 365 tenant. Then that data is passed to large language models, LLMs, hosted on Azure OpenAI, which interpret your request and generate a response. After that, the response is then post-processed to ensure it's complete and accurate. Then finally, the result is delivered back to you within the Microsoft 365 app you're using, whether it is Word, Excel, Teams, or any other. So in this scenario, most importantly, your data never leaves the Microsoft 365 boundary. So Microsoft ensures that your information is protected by enterprise-grade security. The LLMs are hosted on Azure and OpenAI, but OpenAI does not have access to your data. So it means your prompts, responses, and files are not used to train the model that are highly secured and compliant within the Microsoft ecosystem. So this, in summary, this architecture is what makes Copilot unique compared to public AI tools. Before moving to Copilot in Teams, I would like to discuss about this Copilot Lab, which we call Copilot Prompt Gallery. Let me move to the magical part. Yeah, so I'll talk about something really exciting. So Copilot, which is Copilot Lab, and prompt gallery, we can say. So one of the first question normally people ask when they start using Microsoft 365 Copilot is, what should I ask it? Or how do I talk to Copilot to get the best results? So that's exactly where Copilot Lab, which means Copilot Prompt Gallery, comes in. So if you are following along with the slides, you will see 4 great starting points. So I had meet Copilot, then what you can do with Copilot, start using Copilot, and what is a prompt. So now building on that idea, Microsoft has created this something remarkably called as Copilot Prompt Gallery, where we have tasks, pre-designed tasks, job types. So let's say you work in sales, marketing, finance, or any other team, and you want to use Copilot but don't know where to begin. Then this prompt gallery gives you hundreds of pre-designed prompts. As you can see, there are hundreds of pre-designed prompts available here. We can also filter out that prompts as per the task, as per the job type. So we can filter prompts like, I would like to see prompts related to create. Then I'll filter out the job type, marketing. I can see there are 2 different kind of templates available here. The amplify impact, draft content faster. We can also see if there is something for learn, ask, sense. And also we can filter out this as per the industry, as per the educational faculty or student. I'll click on sustainability. So as you can see, there are 7 to 8 predefined templates available in the system. So this means you don't have to start from scratch. You don't need to be a prompt expert. Just explore, copy, and start working smarter with Copilot. So I'll highly recommend spending a few minutes with the prompt gallery after today's session. I'll drop this link in the chat box so that you guys can explore it. Now let us start with our live demonstration of Microsoft 365 Copilot. So firstly, I'll dive into one of the most popular tools we all use every day. That is Microsoft Teams. As you know, we use it for everything like chats, calls, daily stand-ups, plannings, and even big decisions. But with all this activity, it's easy to miss important details. Like sometimes we forget who said what, sometimes we forget what are the action item for me, and we search it manually. But that's not, we're in Microsoft Teams now. You can see Copilot available here. You can also see this Copilot license once the license is assigned to you. So it will appear automatically, but if not, then you can search this Copilot by clicking on apps. When we click on apps, just type Copilot and then pin it on the top as shown this. Simply ask Copilot. Yeah. As you can see here, Copilot for Sales, Copilot Studio, and etc. So when we open a Copilot in Microsoft Teams, you will often see 2 options at the top, work and web. Firstly, I would like to clarify what is the difference, major and minor difference between these 2 tabs. So currently I am on the work tab. So let's break down what each one does. So work tab, this is where Copilot searches across your internal organizational content. So that includes your emails, your team chat, your documents stored in OneDrive or SharePoint, your meetings and your transcripts, and other content you have access to within your Microsoft 365 tenant. So in summary, it's personalized to you and respects your access permissions. So if you ask Copilot something in the work tab, it will respond using your internal data, which is available in the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. And there is a web tab. So this is where Copilot looks outside your organization like other AI tools. It will fetch data from Google or internet to bring in fresh and public information. So I'll suggest it is great for research, competitive analysis, and industry trends, But if you are looking something which is available in Microsoft ecosystem, then you should go for Work tab. Ideally, I will suggest to work on the Work tab so that our data can be under the secure system. Yeah. So Work tab when you want insight from your company data, and use Web tab when you want broader or public information. Admins can control access to these tabs. So if you don't see one of them, it may be disabled by your organization once you have the license assigned. Yeah. So after that, let us now explore how Copilot works inside the Microsoft Teams. I'll tell you how Copilot and what Copilot can do in Teams. So Copilot in short Teams help you summarizes meetings you attended or missed. It can highlight decision and action items. It can draft follow-up messages or emails. It can answer questions based on your meeting content. So let me do one prompt here. I'll ask Copilot to prepare me for this week. So within a fraction of seconds, Copilot will fetch all the data available for me for this week, whether it is Teams meeting. Yeah, so here it is. I have one CRM implementation discussion. I had discussion at 3 p.m. Then I had one more meeting regarding Business Central implementation yesterday. Also, I had a meeting at 12 a.m. So this is how Copilot responds. And also I have a product demo with Microsoft for customer insight journey tomorrow. Yeah. So this is how Copilot fetches data across the Microsoft ecosystem. If I ask question, do I have any important unattended email this week? So it will go and search whatever the emails are attended last week. Yeah, so this is the email which I had received earlier, but I haven't opened it yet. So these are the two emails which I had attended last week. So this is how fast Copilot reacts when you prompt something. I can also ask Copilot to, suppose I had a couple of meetings, help me. I have one more meeting in Teams tomorrow. I'll ask Copilot to help me prepare for my upcoming meeting or upcoming meeting. Yeah. So tomorrow I have a meeting at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is related to product demo with Microsoft. It will also give me a link to that specific meeting invite. He's suggesting me to preparation like build personalized customer journeys because the meeting is related to the customer insight, which is marketing. I can prepare, review any recent communication or document. Yeah. Now I can ask Copilot to help me to prepare for this meeting using learn.microsoft.com. So basically learn.microsoft.com is the official Microsoft platform where we can search across the modules, which is sales, marketing, customer service, and module by module. And it is an official authorized resource material from the Microsoft. That's why I'm putting this link. So while it is generating, currently I'm on the work tab. Please ensure you're on the work tab when you are looking for details like which are available in your Microsoft ecosystem. Suppose if we need to do some research and you need to gather some requirement or details from the public information, then you can switch to this web tab. Yeah, so it has mentioned the Microsoft Learn link. This is how I can prepare for my upcoming meeting. Also, it has provided me several links so that it can be useful. I don't need to go to Google and search for the specific link. So this is how we can use Copilot in Microsoft Teams chat. Moving on to the Teams meetings, let me show you how Copilot can help you to stay on top of every discussion without taking a manual notes. So this is the meeting which I had yesterday. But before we jump into the benefits, there are two important prerequisites to understand to utilize Copilot in Teams meeting. So there are two prerequisites. First, the meeting must be recorded and transcribed, because without transcription, Copilot won't be able to analyze the content or generate summaries. The second important thing is meeting recordings and summaries are only available within the host organizations. It means since Copilot works on your organizational data, it doesn't access or process content from other companies' team tenants. So once the meeting ends and it has been recorded and transcribed, you can see the view recap option here available. Before discussing view recap, I can ask few questions related to this Teams meeting to Copilot, that what are the action items? As 3 to 4 people are involved in this specific meeting, I'll ask what are the action items for Omkar and Suraj, who are part of this call. Copilot can help me in this. So instead of going through a 45 minutes long recording or 1 hour recording, I can simply ask Copilot, so what were the action items? Who were mentioned at what time? So Omkar has few action items. Suraj also has action items. So this way, Copilot helps us to gather the details about the entire meetings. Apart from this, we have recorded and transcribed this meeting. So I'll click on view recap. Once I click on view recap, so we get a speaker-wise breakdown. Like 3 people were available during this call: Neeraj Garge, Suraj Shukla, Omkar Shinde. Then we have a topic-wise. So I can see there was a discussion regarding Business Central implementation. There was a single topic available in the meeting. Then we have a chapter-wise structure. So long meetings are automatically split into topics, in short. So this was hardly 3 to 4 minutes meeting. So that's why we can see only the single chapter available here. Apart from this, we get notes if there is any. We get the full summary of the discussion powered by AI notes. So I can see meeting notes that this is the meeting agenda. This was the project status update, finance new adaptation, workflows, go live plan, user training. So this is the in short summary of that particular meeting. So this is especially useful when someone joins the meeting late or misses the meeting entirely, and they want to quickly catch up on what was decided without watching the whole recording. So this is how Copilot works in that scenario. Also, it shows that who were mentioned at what time, and if the meeting is transcribed, entire transcript is available here. This is also a downloadable option. Yeah. So this way we can use Copilot Teams meeting, Copilot Teams chat available here. So before moving ahead, as you can see, 2 agents are available here, which is analyst and researcher. So Copilot now offers special built-in roles we call as agents. So these are designed to work like your digital experts. So this agent, the analyst agent, this helps you to analyze complex data, generates charts, and interpret Excel files we can ask. And if you talk about this researcher agent, so this is perfect for gathering information across multiple sources. It can summarize long articles, pull facts from the web, and help you get up to speed quickly. So this is how we can take advantage of Copilot in Microsoft Teams. Next, I'll move to SharePoint and OneDrive. So think about how often do we go hunting for information buried inside files like project briefs, client proposals, reports, policies, and etc. Normally, we have to open each file, scroll through pages, and search manually to find what you need. But it's quite time consuming and repetitive. But with Copilot, this becomes effortless. So what Copilot can do here, these are the available documents on SharePoint. I'll simply go to Microsoft Chat under the Work tab. By inputting slash, we can refer any file available on the SharePoint and the OneDrive. So I have one file available on the SharePoint. So I'll ask summarize the final judgment. So this file is available on my SharePoint. It has started generating. So here is the summary of that final judgment. This is regarding Depp versus News Group newspaper and Dan Watlam. So it shows me final judgment summary. These are the court findings. These are the verdicts. These are the additional insights available here. And also in the below line, I can see the related files which are available on the SharePoint or OneDrive. So Copilot will locate that file in SharePoint OneDrive. If I click on this specific file, it will directly direct me to that specific SharePoint folder and the file. Yeah. So here also we have an option to ask anything about this document to Copilot. As you can see, there are n number of pages available in this final judgment. I'll simply click on Copilot. And we can ask summarize this file or suggest next step from this file. But let us try to ask something else. What were the key bullet points from this judgment? And a final verdict. So it will go through the entire PDF. I believe there are 20-25 pages available in this PDF. It will go through and combine through all the PDF. And it will give me a prompt. It will take few seconds to generate. Yeah. So it says that the judgment is in the case of John Christopher Depp versus News Group. These are the final verdicts, the key bullet points. So this is how we can use Copilot in OneDrive or SharePoint. Both are similar in terms of utilization. Yeah, so this way we can use the Copilot in SharePoint or OneDrive. I'll move to Microsoft Word now, where Copilot becomes your really AI writing partner, I can say. If I move to Microsoft Words. So whether you are working on a blank page or editing an existing file, Copilot in Microsoft Words gives you a massive productivity boost. As you can see, there are multiple files I can see in the prompt. All these files are available in the SharePoint and OneDrive. That's why it is suggesting me to if I have to do something with these files. But before showing you the live demonstration how Copilot works in Word, I'll highlight 4 points like how Copilot can help in this. So it can draft a brand new content based on our prompt. Whatever the prompts are, it can generate a brand new content. We can rewrite, we can simplify or make content more formal or professional. Also, summarization part is available. In Word also, we can give reference by inputting slash. So you can, as you can see, there are multiple files I can give reference to and create a Word file out of it. But first, let us start to create a brand new content. So I'll ask Copilot to create a create a new proposal draft for a potential client in the retail sector. Just click on generate. It will take few seconds, not even seconds. So this is how Copilot has provided me a brand new proposal. It has summary, it has proposed solution in the key bullet points manner. Then we have a project implementation plan, outfits, outcomes, benefits, case studies. If you are fine with this content, we can click on keep it as it is. If not, we can simply click on regenerate and Copilot will regenerate the entire content for this proposal. Also, if you have something to edit for specific section, we can ask Copilot to reframe it or make it more professional and etc. I'll ask make it more professional. Make it more professional. Yeah, so this is how we can create a brand new content for any kind of proposal or reports in Microsoft Word by utilizing Microsoft 365 Copilot. Also, if you go to blank document, here we have an option to reference any file available here. I'll go to this job dep and Humber case summary. I'll ask summarize this case summary in key bullet points. In the layman language. Short and simple. So Copilot will go through the entire file and it will generate, yeah, this way. So these are the key points. Both actors are married, dep denied it. So these are the some points from that file which we had just uploaded and prompted it. Yeah. So yeah, so this was about using Microsoft 365 Copilot in Words. There are also a number of use cases. But now we will move to, let's talk about Copilot, how we can utilize Copilot in PowerPoint. So Copilot in this PowerPoint can help you create very beautiful and professional presentations without spending hours designing and formatting. Let's say you have an idea in mind or a document ready, but not enough time to create a deck. So that's where Copilot really shines. With just a simple prompt, Copilot can create a presentation from scratch. Let us create one blank presentation. I'll select create blank presentation. So now I'll ask, here you can see the Copilot icon. So these are some default slides, default templates available. We can also use this, but I'll create a presentation. In PowerPoint also, suppose if we have a document available on OneDrive or SharePoint, we can give reference of that particular document by inputting slash, and we can make a PPT out of it. But apart from this, let us try to create 10 slides presentation on Dynamics 365 sales overview. Send. As you can see, it has taken hardly a second or two. If you are fine with this key details, like Dynamics 365 introduction, navigation, opportunity management, account contact management, So these are the major entities available in the sales overview. I'll click on, it has created almost 35 slides. I'll click on generate slides. For the creation of slides, it will take few seconds. And whatever the pictures in these slides are going to be used, all are IP protected. Don't need to worry about the pictures or theme. All are IP protected from Microsoft. As you can see, there are almost 38 slides Copilot has created for the sales overview presentation. If I am okay with the slides and the content used in the slides, we can keep it as it is, or else we can also ask Copilot to do some fine tunings, do some rearrangement, do some editing, and etc. I'll click on keep it. So this is what Copilot has created. Introduction to Dynamics 365 Sales, purpose and business. Yeah. Also, we have an option. Suppose we have a file available. Suppose if you have a file available on OneDrive on SharePoint and we also want to make a PPT out of it, we can give a reference. First, I'll click on create a blank presentation. Suppose I have a file available, I'll click on create a presentation with file. I'll give reference of that file. I'll give this. Create a 5 slides presentation out of this file. Sent. Yeah. So here is the doc 5 slides. I'll click on generate slides. Copilot will go through the entire PDF or work, whatever we have attached, and it will fetch all the important details from that PDF or Word, and it will create a beautiful slides. With the agenda, objectives, key summaries, conclusion. Yeah, so here is the slides which Copilot has created from that file. As you can see, you move to the slideshow. So this was about August social media campaign proposal, engaging for Gen Z. We have a meeting program, campaign overview and objectives. This way they are targeting audience, campaign strategy, key campaign objectives. Yeah, so this is how we can utilize and use beneficial slides for Copilot. Now let's jump into the Copilot, how Copilot can be used in Microsoft Excel. So this is where Copilot really feels like magic, and especially for anyone working with the data. So we all know Excel can be powerful, but sometimes it takes a lot of time to clean up data, write formulas, create charts, or spot trends. So what Copilot does it, remove all that heavy lifting and lets you simply ask for what you want, and that too in simply plain English. So let's say I have this spreadsheet with marketing campaign. I have information regarding campaign details like campaign owner, campaign name, launch date, campaign time, target, total users, revenue, budget, etc. I'll go right here. You can see the Copilot available here. If I click on Copilot, I can simply ask to summarize this data, marketing data. So in hardly in seconds, Copilot will give me a neat summary with the visuals. Currently, it is analyzing. Yeah. If I want to know these data, know these tables, records into the visual, here you can see the suggested prompt, add all insights to grid. If I click on this prompt, it will take few seconds and it will add one another sheet which will have several visuals related to that summary. As you can see, it has created revenue by campaign type. I can see brand marketing, digital marketing, then customer experience. I have report related to total users targeted, has outliers as launch date. I have frequency by revenue. I have total users targeted with respect to fields. It has also added a table like campaign and sum of digital customer, sum of total launch date. This is how we can utilize Copilot to summarize the complex or mathematical data. Apart from this, there is a one most powerful feature in Excel, the ability to get deeper analysis results. We use Python for this. So if I click on here, just go to marketing info, click anywhere, you will find a Copilot icon available here. Just click on Copilot and we have this powerful feature says get deeper analysis results. Ultimately it will use a Python code. Once I click on it, it will start reading the entire data. So when you are working on in Excel, you want to go beyond basic formulas or charts, right? So you can simply type this natural language prompt. So this way Copilot will automatically, I'll click on start with think deeper. Now it will generate Python code behind the scenes using the Python in Excel. So basically it can perform advanced tasks like statistical modeling, forecasting, data cleaning, correlation, regression analysis, etc. It is still generating, it is still working on it. The best part of this, you don't need to know the Python because Copilot handles the coding for you and shows the results directly into your Excel workbook. As you can see, tables has been added. It is still looking. It's showing me in the validity schema. It is checking for missing values. It is still looking. Yeah, so this is how it is available in terms of chat, summary, or table? Yeah, so that brings us to the end of today's session. This was about how we can leverage Copilot in Teams, Teams chat, ongoing meetings, missed meetings, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, how we can leverage OneDrive, SharePoint. So we hope you now have a clear understanding of how Microsoft 365 Copilot can help you. And so now we have a couple of questions available in the Q&A session. We will go by. My colleague Hari is also there. If anybody has any question or any doubts regarding the topics we discussed now, can raise your question. And Shubham, can you unmute all of the attendees so that they can ask their question? Or simply you can mention your question, you can put your question in the chat box. We would be happy to answer. Yeah, Mr. Devraj has one question. Shubham, can you please unmute him?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, first of all, thanks for taking time to go through this. It was a wonderful session. A quick question is, how does the data privacy works if you're using company data for any slides or any analysis?
Okay. Hari, would you like to answer this?
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you for that question, sir. So ideally, when we talk about Copilot, if you recall, Dhananjay shared that when you're using Copilot during a Teams meeting, right, you have to ensure that you are at least transcribing that call and you should be the organizer of that call. So Copilot works on a basic fundamental that no data leaves your organization, and which is where that pointer comes into place. So ideally, when you are the organizer, you have the right to that meeting transcript and recording, and it stays within your organization and until unless you agree to share with the other party. When we talk about using documents and Copilot prompts, there is a child version of the parent Copilot model, which is reserved for your Microsoft tenant. So every time you prompt or you attach files, none of it is going through a public server or even leaving your organization. Third, Copilot works on your security pointers. Since this is a user-based license, Copilot can only access files and information that you have the access to. So let's say if you were to purchase a Copilot license in your Microsoft organization, every time you prompt and request information, Copilot will only access files that you are allowed to see, either view or edit or both. And that is how Copilot operates with utmost security and privacy. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. In short, is it right to say that Copilot doesn't uses these reports for any of the kind of training or trialing?
No, no, it doesn't, because Copilot only has a one-way establishment with their parent model. Every time there is an update, like GPT-4 Mini, to they rolled out a new version as GPT 4.2. That is where these updates are pushed. None of the information is pulled from your organization. So there is only one-way communication, and nothing is being used for training. And this is obviously because of the architecture slide. If you recall, there is a service boundary, and none of your information leaves your service boundary at any point in time.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you, Hari.
Great question, sir. Okay, I think we have a few more questions in the chat section. We have allowed mics to all the attendees, so you can also give us a raise of your hands, and we can go through your questions. Second one is from Pradeep. How it works with Business Central and Business Central Dynamics 365? So ideally, this is an ERP product in the Dynamics 365 applications area. What we are talking about today is Copilot in Microsoft 365. So when we talk about Copilot, you need to be aware that there are a lot of products and versions available. When we talk about Business Central, there is a different Copilot that acts on your Business Central ERP. So ideally, when you acquire the license, there are settings which you can enable so that Copilot will be available for your users. And then there is a governance area where you can basically just enable and disable whatever features that you want to. So ideally, there is a sales order automation agent, and then there are other business central automation agents where you can leverage Copilot. But what we are discussing today is a completely different product. Will the recordings be shared? I think so, yes. Let me confirm that with my team. We will be sharing the information over an email. All right. So I hope, Pradeep, that answers your question related to Copilot and Business Central. Uh, I guess Namrata has a question. Please go ahead.
Hari, how is
Yeah.
Copilot Web different from the licensed version of the Copilot?
Okay. All right. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Dhananjay, since you're sharing your screen, could you please switch to office.com on the Copilot environment? Okay. So in case everyone has not noticed, office.com has now a new UI wherein the first default screen is obviously the Copilot. So when we talk about free version of Copilot, the M365.cloud is a free version of Copilot, which is by default available. Apart from this, if you're using Windows 11, you have a free Copilot app. And then you can also visit Copilot on copilot.microsoft.com, which is again a free version of Copilot. Now coming to differences, when majorly or functionally when you're using Copilot or ChatGPT, the free version of Copilot and ChatGPT, they both would give you the same experience. All of the information is hopping over public servers. All the responses that you receive is public information and public information only. But when we talk about free versions of Copilot, you have Copilot integrated into your day-to-day apps like Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, which is covering all of your office applications. And then you have productivity applications like SharePoint, OneDrive. So free version is only available on a few URLs and the Windows 11 Copilot app. But when we talk about paid, it is deeply integrated to your day-to-day applications. It can respond from Microsoft 365 Graph, which is your organizational information. None of which will happen with your free version of Copilot. And apart from this, Copilot, the paid version of Copilot has a greater token count or character count. When we talk about using Copilot in Word, Excel, or maybe Copilot in Teams for research or analysis job. On the left side of your screen, you can see agents. Below agents, you have analyst and researcher. So they would have certain limitations when we talk about free versions. But yes, when we talk about paid, they have greater capabilities. So these are some differences. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, this helps. I also have one quick question.
Yeah.
In case when we try and summarize our data in Word to convert it into a table in form of an Excel, so is there any character limits?
Yes. So regardless of what operation you are trying to do, every AI application has an input and output character count or maybe token limit. Now, when we talk about Copilot, it is around, I believe, 4096 characters, which is roughly 680 to 800 words, depending on the letters you have in your words, obviously. So it is approximately 680 to 800 words. It is same for ChatGPT. Obviously, the reason being both are using OpenAI. And then they are a little different when we talk about Gemini or any other publicly available chatbots. But yeah, for Copilot, you have it around 4096 characters.
Okay, yeah, this helps. Sir. Perfect, thank you.
So thank you for your questions. But if anyone else has any question, you can feel free to talk them in the chat area. Or we have also allowed mics to everyone. Please feel free to unmute yourself and mics. All right, Jeevan, I guess we don't have any other questions. Ideally, I would pass it on to you. Shubham, can we please evaluate if there is a feasibility to share the recordings with the attendees? Over to you, Jeevan. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. So if you come across any kind of requirement, handholding, or workshop for Copilot for M365, please do contact us. I'll drop my email ID and number in the chat so that you can connect to me over the call and you can get these details. Thank you everyone once again.